Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, I would have snatched that tip back so fast. Customer orders vodka at 9 a.m. to make jello shots for a party. UberEats delivery driver told her to look into substance abuse treatment. So as delivery workers, we are expected to do all sorts of deliveries, whether it's just food, alcohol, groceries, catering, etc. In this case, this person was doing an early morning alcohol order, and they made one of the greatest mistakes you can make in customer service, at least in my opinion. So with that said, I want to go over everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash UberEats and Grubhub drivers and customers and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An UberEats delivery driver thought a customer might have a drinking problem, so she addressed it. Customers are split about whether it was her place to say anything at all. Fun fact before we continue. Have you ever heard the phrase, the customer is always right? This is what they mean. It's not that they are correct about everything. It's that in terms of what they think is right, what they're wearing, their taste and appearance, their opinions about what is good for them, what they think is good food, or what they think is good clothing, and what they think is good for whatever, all good for them. They are right in that way. Because if you're criticizing the customer based on what they are purchasing, yeah, you could develop your own opinions in your mind that you're not an empty shell of a human being, but keep it to yourself. Let them do them. Don't pull this shit. This is stupid. The interaction between the customer and delivery person was caught on a Ring camera and uploaded to TikTok, where it now has more than 2 million views. The things you do for content, huh? In the video, the user Erecht, God, I hope I said that right, explains that she ordered vodka for delivery from UberEats at 9 a.m. and she felt like she got hit with a wave of judgment from the delivery person. I'm gonna leave her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. I don't typically like to criticize gig workers because gig workers are in fact independent contractors. They're in business for themselves. They are free to do what they think is right. Right? And again, that goes right back to the customer is always right. You're in business for yourself. If you think what you're doing is right, I'm not going to stop you. But you can't go judging other people's orders under any circumstances. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're planning based on the headline alone. They are ordering vodka for themselves or whatever party they're planning on going to. That's not really for your judgment. If that's what they want to do, they are free to go for it. If not, it is what it is. When the delivery person pulls up with the vodka, Erecht is already waiting for them at the door with their tip in hand. As the delivery person handed Erecht the bottle in the bag, she also gave her a piece of paper about the size of a business card. It reads, "Look into substance treatment," and has a name of a local help center and their phone number written down as Erecht reveals a photo of the card. Jesus Christ, there is just so much wrong with this already. Like, it's one thing if that's the opinion you formed. You're free to develop whatever opinion you want. Again, you don't know the full story, so it is a little irresponsible to, but again, you're free to do you. But to hand him a business card, tell him to look into substance treatment, and basically say, get help to a customer, that is 100% wrong. There is literally less than no reason to do that. The only time in which you should actually do that is if the person who packed the bag, they put it in, not you. And in which case you're just fulfilling the delivery and anything else is like, it is what it is. But you just don't do that, man. Don't do that to yourself.
Wrong. It's just wrong. So wrong.
Reading this, Erecht said she was shocked and felt judged, but said her instinct was to kick in her manager customer service attitude.
I'm just making jello shots for a party. Well, I mean, 9 a.m.
I do know it's 9 a.m.
Boy, don't she feel stupid now, huh? And even if she is lying, and maybe she does need some sort of help, that's not for you to say. You hand her the order, you say thank you, you leave. That is it. The fact that you even did that at all is just embarrassing. She added that the only reason she placed the delivery order instead of going herself because her car was in the shop. And I bet she's not going to be ordering on Uber Eats anytime soon. And she tipped in cash. Now, again, I don't know if she tipped on the app too, but let's say she did that. Now you just made probably one of the better types of customers out there. Those who tip before and after hate the service overall. You should be ashamed of that. The clip cuts off, but Erecht said that the driver told her that she was embarrassed to buy the alcohol so early in the morning. So then why did you even take the order if you didn't like doing it? You have the ability to say no, then just say no. Obviously, this is rocket science. Then why accept the order? Judge much? Exactly! To me, it's not rocket science. To most gig workers, it's not rocket science. To some people, it's the most complex of rocket sciences. He says, knowing that's not the proper way to explain that. Last I checked, your job was to deliver, not make assumptions about the person and hand out cards that weren't yours. The TikToker explained in the caption, she went on about my recovery of 12 and a half years and she still judged me for ordering it early in the morning and how she was embarrassed to buy it. She didn't have to accept the order, yet she did. Okay, with all due respect, it doesn't matter whose backstory is or what they were or were not. If you don't want the order, don't take it. It's really that simple. Although it doesn't seem that simple anymore because too many people are, well, doing this crap. In a comment, she added that while she did contact Uber about it, the company didn't do anything or sympathize with her situation. Typical Uber not doing much about it. I'm surprised that they didn't deactivate the driver though. That's pretty bad. The video has more than 2,300 comments and viewers are very divided. The things you do for content, huh? On one side were those who agreed with Erecht, saying that the driver crossed the line and should have kept her opinions to herself. She overstepped a big boundary when I saw the card. My mouth dropped, a person said. Absolutely, 100%. Honestly, in my opinion, it is irresponsible to make judgments in the name of another company, by the way. You're not even doing this for your own business. If this was your business and that's what you did, maybe I would be a little bit more empathetic to you as a business owner. But no, this is wrong. Like, you can't just promote somebody else's business while working for another business that you are contracted with. There's just too many wrongs that have been done here. It's just wrong.
It's just wrong. So very, very wrong.
I would have snatched that tip back so fast, the one top comment read. In a reply, Erecht said she did, but the video doesn't go long enough to show this. In terms of the cash tip itself, yeah, I would not have actually handed her a tip after that. I would have left the money on the app alone, but you expect me to reward you after you did that? Yeah, no thanks.
You blew it. Super hard. Complete buffoonery. It's hilarious and you deserve it.
Others said that Erecht should have more grace for the woman because it's possible that her message was out of genuine concern rather than judgment. She may have been overstepping boundaries, but I wonder if by chance she has a history / loved ones who struggle, so she assumed she was helping, a commenter wrote. That was actually really sweet of her to do. We need more people like her, another said. Okay, speaking from personal experience in terms of people who are actually struggling with that, I empathize with it greatly and I understand. And there are people to where I would be like, okay, maybe you do have a problem that have been active in my life that I've actually served to as a driver and other forms of employment. That doesn't mean it's my place to say anything. And yes, she did still overstep a big boundary. Also, as somebody who has a little bit of experience helping people with certain problems of the same variety, you can't help people that don't want to be helped. And in this case, let's say she is somebody who was abusing substances and had a legitimate problem. Let's say that was the case, right? She's obviously not going to receive the message from you the same way she would receive the message from a loved one, from a friend, or even just hit the point of burnout from the situation. Some people just need to get it out of their system and be like, you know what, I think I need to make a change, you know? And again, I'm no expert in the area. That's not how this is. But that is not under any circumstances the place of a delivery driver. Period. If you want to leave your card or something and you're an actual professional on the subject, feel free to do that after you do the order, but I don't think you're doing gig work if that's the case. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I don't think it really matters what history she had as a driver. There is a point to where you need to separate you and the work that you're doing. This is where that line is. You hand them the order, you keep a polite state of mind your P's and Q's, etc. And then if you're drinking with the boys or shooting the shit with the gals or whatever it is that you want to do, you can tell that story then and you can make your judgments amongst yourselves or keep it to yourself. But that's no place for you as a gig worker to make those kind of judgments. As a gig worker, you're not just representing you and the company and everything else, you're representing other gig workers. You're putting the customer in a position to represent other customers to make their opinions about you. The no-tip customers who will all see this and be like,
you see, this is exactly why I don't tip ahead of time. Why would I want to tip somebody for this crappy behavior? I would have snatched that tip up back so fast, man. Oh my goodness.
And while in this case they have a legitimate point, you don't want to build their case for them for why they shouldn't tip. Again, do they really need a reason? Not really. Bad people will always be bad, but you don't want to build more of those people by building their case. All in all, if you're doing an order and you have opinions about the customer based on what they ordered, keep it to yourself. It's not your business. It is their right to put their money towards whatever they want, whenever they want to. And while this phrase is highly abused and highly misdefined, the customer is always right in terms of their taste. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!